How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. Good Lord, I am starving. Good Lord, I am starving. I'll tell you, I did a rare thing. Did a rare thing last night. And that was, I went to bed before I ate anything at all. So yesterday I didn't eat anything. And today I'm going to eat everything to make up for yesterday. Hope you all are doing well. What's up, beer? Daytime stream. We're doing it. I got the mic going over here. Hopefully that gives y'all better audio on these things. I checked my chicken. By the way, I've been recording a lot of content lately, and my brain's been a little delirious, so I've been having trouble discerning between the content that I've been recording and the content that I've been streaming. So sometimes I'll say I was telling you guys the other day, but actually I was just talking about this in a video that I recorded that has not yet been released to the Patreon. So that's happening a lot. Anyway, we're not dilly-dallying. Your boy's hungry. We're running it back. What's up, Dave, Sarah? Dave, Sarah. Afternoon. Indeed. I'm gonna need this, but this can be put away. Yeah, I'm starving. I didn't eat anything yesterday at all. Went straight to sleep. In fact, when I walked out of here this morning, my grocery bag, by the way, these things cost like maybe, I think I got a 2-pack of these for like $6 each. I think this was probably like $12 or $13 for 2 of these. Get one of these. It's worth it. Hell yeah, Kelsey. Good to see you. Glad you're doing good. Anyway, yeah, so I came out here this morning and all of the stuff that I got last night was just sitting on the counter. I put away the hot dogs that I got because I didn't want them sitting out, but literally the buns and the box of chicken broth I got was just sitting out. I never do that. I woke up this morning and opened my phone and it was open to the YouTube analytics of the video I had just streamed. So literally, I ended that stream on the way home last night and put my phone away and never touched it again until I woke up. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, dude, I was struggling hard last night. On the way home, I didn't want to say it because I was streaming, but man, I was like low-key worried on the way home, and like my eyes kept getting dozier and dozier. I was struggling. But all that being said, we made it. I got some sleep. You know what? I'm just going to use some canola oil because it's right here. And we'll save our bacon grease. Let me give you guys a... There we go. I save the bacon grease for the gravy. But I'm doing the same thing I'm cooking the same thing that I cooked the other day, except this time I'm gonna do it better. But yeah, indeed, hope you guys are doing well. This is gonna be a rare daytime stream. I know most of my folks are nighttime people, so we'll see how this one goes. The fact that I did go to sleep so early last night, though, I don't know if that's good or bad for the streams, because usually our streams are super, like I said, super late at night. And this one will not be. I'm gonna stay awake for as long as I can today. So there's a chance we get a marathon stream tonight, but there's also a chance that it gets to be about the end of Kill Tony and I'm falling asleep because I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning. I got up early. I was gonna try to stream, like just get out of bed and stream, but I can't necessarily do that. I got a routine I gotta follow. All right, pan's hot and ready for some meat. But yeah, we'll see how this stream goes, because daytime hours are not at all my hours for my demographic. But there are the random folks that always say, "Hey, I'd really love to see you do some streaming during the day." So this is that. Now, you know what? I can probably use the fork on these because they're not frozen. They'll probably come apart nice. That being said, please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. It would help a bunch. Costs you nothing, helps me a lot. So what I am cooking is I am making chicken thighs. I am just seasoning them with seasoned salt, fresh cracked black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. They're going into the cast iron skillet. In the cast iron skillet, I have probably 4 parts butter, 1 part canola oil, just to keep the temperature, keep the butter from burning. I'm actually going to transfer this chicken over here. That way it's less of a trip to the skillet. Come on, open up for me, will you? Damn it, that's not what I wanted. This chicken thigh is like sewn shut, dude. It does not want to open, so I'm just gonna mash that fucker until it shows me where there it is. That's what we're looking for right there. Go ahead and get that seasoning off the bottom of this pan there. That's what I was trying to avoid. There we go. And then I can fit one more in there. And we will have gotten half of the pack in the pan, which is good. That's what we were looking for anyway. Kind of split open all right. All right. Season the other side of those fuckers. I got my keys in my pocket. I got my flip-flops on. We were about to make a HEB run because I was prepared to open up this thing of chicken to a rancid smell because I had them thawing out for quite some time. But thankfully, because they were packed in so thick, they ended up, they froze nice. And they didn't thaw out that quick at all. Get this shit off of this counter, move it over here. You know what? While that's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my onion because I'm doing an onion today too. I don't usually do an onion with this dish, but I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling the onion today. Come on now. Insane in the membrane. Slicing these onions kind of thin because I'm also going to make some stuffing, stovetop stuffing. And after sauteed, I'm going to chop some of these onions up to go in that said stuffing with a couple pieces of this chicken once it gets done. And so the reason we're doing the same dish back to back is one, because I like to eat a lot of the same stuff over and over because I'm a crazy person or whatever you want to call that. But also, I had my mouth set for this dish the other day and it wasn't completely thawed out and I still wanted it. So I just bought fresh chicken thighs and used those. But when I was doing that, I ended up burning my chicken thighs, which left like a burned flavor onto the bottom of the pan, which I don't want. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and flip that now. And I'm gonna let those guys flip too. Let me just flip that around that way, and it's fine. We'll just do this. And I'm gonna I'll just keep flipping them and keeping an eye on them. But I don't want them to burn because that left my gravy had a little bit of a burn flavor to it. And unfortunately, a little bit of a flavor in gravy kind of goes a long way. So, what do I need for this? 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of margarine. So 1/4 cups, I mean. So we're gonna use, oh, we got that right here. We need a stick of butter. A stick of butter in there. And how much chicken broth do I have? Probably got enough in this box. That sneeze really hurt my shoulder, weirdly enough. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Yep. Yeah, dude, doing some chicken thighs and some stuffing. I haven't started it yet, but it's the thighs that you smell. Hell yeah.
Dude, Swan hit me up today.
Hell yeah.
Gonna play Spanish Oaks with him tomorrow.
Nice.
Dude, I've been waiting 3 years to play that shit.
Congrats.
Yeah,
That's how you do it.
it just sucks because I haven't played golf in like 2 weeks. So,
Well,
it'll either be great or terrible.
either way, you get to do it. Okay, so I'm using about 2 cups of chicken stock and then 1 cup of water in this thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that cooking back here. I'm also gonna do some sweet tea. I need to get that going. We're gonna have a full stove today, folks. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our teapot going. You guys get all the ASMR noises because I'm using this microphone. Been craving some good tea lately. And nobody makes it like I do, so I'm gonna make it. Dude, I got these little lapel mics. It's Hollyland Lark mics. So like it can pick up, like if I go back there to have some green tea, I can leave this here and they're still with me. What's up, Shang Saw? ASM art, hell yeah. Bro, I came home last night. I got home at 11 or 10:30. walked in here and I got some hot dogs, hot dog buns, and that box of chicken broth. I put the hot dogs in the refrigerator. I went to my room and I never came out. I went to bed I was asleep by 11. I streamed on the way home, and when I opened my phone, it was still on the screen. It wasn't still streaming, but it was still on the end of stream, like, data.
Yeah.
Like, I never closed the app. I just shut my phone, and I passed out. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning.
Dude, how do you feel?
I mean, it feels nice. It's weird because, like, my life exists at night, kind of.
Yeah.
So in daytime, this is weird. There's not a lot of, like, all my people, like, usually, bro, I've been having like over 100 people watching live. We're at daytime now, and it's me and Shane, and I'm glad you're here, Shane.
Gotta break into the daytime market.
Joshua, Killer, old GB, beer. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll break into the daytime market. But that nighttime market, bro, that nighttime market is strong. Hell yeah, dude.
And the mayor told me I should just start showing back up the creek. He's like, bro, you're probably good. Just show up and play Monkey.
If you're with Lemaire, I don't see, if he's saying it, then why not?
Yeah.
Fucking South by was stupid. Dude, so like, they got rid of the parking. They changed where you could and couldn't park every day.
They did that.
Every single day, like, there was less places you could park. And I think that they do it so that people are like, oh, well, this was closed yesterday, so I'm not going to even try to park there today. Because the next day I would go past the same things and they would be available. I've just started parking on 10th. And I don't get any tickets down there, so.
Yeah. The parking in Austin is so ridiculous. And dude, I heard today that next year,
They're cutting that lane out?
no, they're South by Southwest. They're like cutting out half of the music. And they're not doing weekend music anymore. It's all going to be filmed in TV.
Dude, it's.
Wasn't music the whole point of South by Southwest?
It was always, for me, I always remembered it as like the art. It was just arts. It was an arts festival. It was film, it was music, it was everything. It was all forms of art. But dude, to be honest with you, dude, like this year, it just seemed like it was all fucking hip hop, all DJ, all rap. Like there was very few things available in other types of art. Like there was a couple of, like I think the film thing is the biggest part of it. Because this year on 6th Street, bro, it was kind of dead.
Yeah.
It was kind of dead. And like, I don't know if you saw, I took some videos of the cops.
Oh, outside the Lid Bomb?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, they were like out in full force. So it was almost as if to say like, hey, you guys we're not gonna let any fun happen here.
Yeah. Big X the Plug was there.
I saw him. Everybody's like, who is that? I'm like, bitch, he's from Texas. Don't you know Big X the Plug? Bitch, he's from Texas. I'm going to pull the heat down on that. And I burned my gravy the other day, so I'm running back the same dish just to fucking... by the way, I don't know what kind of flour you use, but I owe you a lot of it.
Dude, don't. I've been in there since we moved here. So
Well, I'm using it.
use it all.
Brother, I'm telling you, it's made some of the best gravy this world's ever seen. I'm telling you, dude, I've got the gravy thing figured out. Last time I fucked it up because but that was my fault.
Redemption round?
This is a redemption round. Get this going over here. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised they're cutting out most of the music because I think that, like, as weird as it sounds, I think they kind of like saw like what downtown was. They were like, shit, if it's just gonna be a bunch of rap guys around here, that we're cutting it all out. And that's what it feels like. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's what it feels like is happening.
Yeah. I kind of see it like we're not going to bring in people from other cities, and then it's just going to be the local bands playing for all tourists, which is what it should be.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
The South by Southwest should be Austin's showing to the world of like, this is what we are.
Yeah.
And it should be all local bands. Like, shout out to Friends, at least, for like booking all local bands for South by, just like they always do. Like, I don't know if other places also did that. Where did you play this week?
I played a bunch on the east side. I played this place called Dainty Gillo. I played Chalmers.
Hell yeah.
Green Light Social. Played a house party. Played Eddie B's.
House party rules.
Yeah, the house party is actually one of my favorite gigs. It just sucks because I had to work at 7 a.m. the next day. We didn't get done until 11. So,
Yeah, that sucks.
but dude, it was one of the most fun house shows I played. I played on this shitty electric drum set. It was pretty fun.
Oh, because they had to control the volume?
Well, we were going to play my drums, but then everything was running behind, and then we just had to rewire sound instead of the acoustic drums.
Oh, so they were already there.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, dude, I don't want to set my drums up. Like, it was going to take me forever to get out of
What was the lag like?
really bad.
Uh,
Because it was running through Ableton in an interface.
oh, wow. So it's like,
Extra lag.
oh, wow.
It was so tough. But I made it. We stayed on. There were times where the snare wouldn't hit and I hit it, but I never really lost the beat.
Yeah, dude, that sucks, man. Those electric drums, dude, the reaction time is just not good.
It felt so weird having to like separate my body from what I was feeling to play everything on time. And because it was on the computer, the lag was never consistent. So sometimes it would be closer together, sometimes it would get further apart.
That sucks.
Not at all.
All right. That's boiling now. I'm doing 2 boxes of stovetop stuffing chicken. And I need this lid. Yep. There's that one. And there's that one. We do that, and that. Nope. That sugar that you smell. Not a good smell. My tea water boiled over. I should have killed the heat quicker. But I didn't. It's all right though. I caught it before it was too problematic. You usually don't want your tea water to boil ever, but what can you do? Oh shit. I downloaded the enhanced version of Grand Theft Auto. So I'm gonna give it another shot because it's free if you already have it.
What's the difference between enhanced one?
They literally like the whole thing is like modernized. Like they like kind of like they did those Tony Hawk games.
Oh, yeah.
Where they just enhanced every aspect of the game. Like everything is still, the playability is still good. I think you're on. The enhanced ability is still good. I mean, the playability and all is good. It's just all enhanced.
Better graphics.
Pretty much better graphics.
New radio songs?
I don't know, which that I can't utilize that anyway because of the streams.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Dude, if you play the best radio station that listen to is the talk radio. They have like kind of the Alex Jones channel with the talk about the community.
that's funny.
It's funny, dude. I love the talk radio on YouTube.
Plate. My plate's in here. Yeah, bro, I've been just coming home and going straight to sleep. I went to bed at 2 a.m. a couple nights in a row, and because I knew I had to get up be at work at 3 Saturdays and Sundays now.
Yeah.
So for like half the week, I'm having to like reset my schedule. But I'm gonna make it a point to do some night gaming tonight because that's when I get all the good numbers for the channel. Bro, I got my largest YouTube payout ever coming on April 21st, and I have until then to even make it go higher.
Oh, nice.
Like it's already bigger than it's ever been before, and I've got over a month to add to it.
That's it.
I'm stoked.
Did the auto ad must help, right?
Yes. The auto ads really help. Like I went from getting probably, you know, three to 5 cents to a dime per video to like $10, $15
Per video.
on the bigger ones. Yes.
Yeah.
On the bigger videos, yes. Like if it gets from like 500 to 1,000 views, like I'm making somewhere around $10.
Wow.
Like it's fucking great. See, it's a little behind the scenes for you guys if you cared. Hell yeah. What's up, Jason? Day shift. J shift. Why did they quit the music? Honestly, we don't know, Beer. This city's crazy. And there's all kinds of reasons why they could have quit the music, but we don't know exactly. Personally, I believe my theory's right.
Yeah.
I believe that there was this is going to sound harsh, There were a lot of black people downtown because there was a lot of hip hop stuff going on, and the cops seemed like they were struggling. And I believe they said, well, if this is the type of music that is going to be here for South by, then we're just going to stop the South by music. I think that's probably what the thought process is for this progressive city, this progressive left-leaning city.
Yeah.
They, I swear, I believe that's what's happening. I don't know how long it's been since I put that stuffing in the thing. I'm gonna use this guy. And honestly, I need another fork. I'm gonna go ahead and pull apart one of these guys. Let's let it be you. So I'm just gonna pull apart a couple of pieces of this chicken and mix that in with the stuffing here. By the way, I'm gonna get this tea back here. And I also need to get these onions in here going. I bet they're getting rid of the music at South by for the same reason some bars remove rap from their jukeboxes. Because that's a big thing where I'm from. Like they said, they wanted to clean up, quote unquote, clean up the bar. So they removed rap music from the jukeboxes. They literally did that at a place where I played regularly back home. Yeah. It really did, dude. And I mean, the sad part about it is that from their perspective, like it worked, but from everybody else's perspective, it's like now everybody that's left can just sit around and just talk about, boy, it sure is nice in here, you know? All these old fucking hillbillies. Oh, well, it sure is nice around here now. You just tell how uncomfortable people get that didn't grow up around like a bunch of different people. That's fine. At least I'm done with that fork. I believe that's been 5 minutes. So let's get some chicken in here. Oh, I need something better than that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get these onions in here. Help that. These onions will help clean off the bottom of this pan a little bit. Because I also want to put some onions in this stuffing. Hell yeah. That's where I want it to be. Plate. I think these chickens are good to come off. I'm leaving these pieces in the corner for the gravy. Bullshit. That's how they get you. All right. You know what? I might not have enough time to wait for the onions. Hell yeah. Gonna butter the bottom of this pan. I want to get some of them sauteed up and get them in this, mixed in with the stuffing, but I kind of didn't start them quick enough, and I sort of need them now. But I mean, I am going to be baking this thing for some time. Maybe the onions will just finish cooking in there while it's being baked. So maybe I'll just give them a couple more minutes of sauteing and then just chop them up and mix them in, and they'll cook with the thing in the oven. Tell you what, I'm gonna leave them onions to do their thing for just a second. By the way, what's up, Bobby? Hell yeah, dude. What's up, Panic? What's up, Plania? Hell yeah. Let's go have a word from our sponsors. Like the video. You guys, we'll see you guys, because of this fancy new technology we got, you guys can hear me all the way back here. All the way back here. And not only can you hear me, but you can hear me pretty clearly. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly how clearly you can hear me. Because exactly how clearly you can hear me. You hear that? That's how clearly you can hear me. Dale Murphy, what's up, Matt Polson in the house? Let's get Matt a wrench. Hell yeah, happy Leprechaun Day indeed. Matt Polson, my homie from back home. Me and Matt were roommates for a long time in the Dirty Myrtle. Dale Murphy. Spencer Strider struck out 6 of 8 in his preseason start today. Still dirty, that's right. Hell yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? The new audio. The kitchen really does look like a set on camera, doesn't it? Especially when I set up the multicam thing. All right. Now, let me get, how many of these do I want? Yeah, maybe about that much, and I'll save those. But let me save these and go ahead and get some more chicken down in this pan. I'm gonna go unseasoned side down this time around. Come on, fall apart right there. All right. Now this can has got to go. Go put this thing out here. There's no room in here for that chicken waste to just sit. All right. Oh yeah, you guys can still hear me out here. Those chickens are doing their thing. Wonder if I should bring the heat down a little bit more. Now, All right. All right, the onions now. Stirred into this. The pan is greased with butter. So let's get this shit poured in here. All right. Getting some butter, slivers of butter here. Just little baby slivers of butter. Of course, my dumbass picks it up with my hands, which is just gonna make it melt back together. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Now I got butterfingers. Now I got butterfingers. All right, I guess I can start getting the tea thing going now. It's crazy to think of all the things I've done so far today, and I'm usually not awake for another like 3 hours.
probably looks like I'm pissing off camera, doesn't it?
Yep. All right. Y'all know the drill. No mess. Big mess. Wow. The biggest mess. My superstition doesn't work. Good Lord, that was a huge mess. Oh God. Everything is fucked. There's not even a bag in the can and I just dropped wet tea bags in there. Fuck. Everything is wrong. This is why I sleep through this time, usually. Good Lord. All right, now crisis somewhat averted. Pulled the heat down on that cast iron, so it's taking that chicken a little bit longer to get ready to be flipped. All right. But now's probably time. Good Lord, could I use a glass of tea right now? You know what? I'm probably just dehydrated. Let's have a big sip of water. Everything's gone wrong. Big sip of water first. Then we can have some tea. Tea's good. So the tea, which I was worried about because it got to the boiling, and I did not want it to get to that, turned out fine, which means that the rest of this might also turn out fine. We might just be all right. I wonder what it says, though. We've earned this bite. This is the first bite of food I've had in the day before yesterday. What's up, John? What's up, Sean? Crisis averted. The oven's preheated. I'm gonna put this in there for how long you think stovetop stuffing would go for in the oven on 400? Probably about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
I would say 20 for sure. Maybe like 15 to 20. I've checked it at 15.
That's kind of what I was thinking. The last time I did it like that, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. That's good. What I'll probably do is I've got this timer set for, yeah, I've got this timer set for 20 minutes. So when this timer goes off, I'm gonna uncover it. And then I'm gonna leave it in for just a few more minutes to crisp up the top. Because last time I thought I was gonna burn it, and it came out kind of, and I mean, it's supposed to be kind of mushy, but I didn't want it like that. Taste one of these onions. It almost tastes like I under sauteed them a little bit. So I usually don't do that, but it kind of has the rawness, the raw bite a little bit with the flavor of the saute. It's just hard to beat good flavorful chicken.
Our DPS will chase people down for a deal, but then get traded.
Okay. I wanted to smell the stuff I scraped off the bottom of the pan. It doesn't smell like burnt. The other day it smelled like burnt. So we're already in better shape than we were the other day. I'm going to bring that heat up a little more, and I don't know. Do I want to cover these? Let them cook a little better covered? Why don't we go smoke about it? How about that?
Wanna try competitive? Maybe they'll get some better
I got original. I got the chicken kind. I didn't get the kind with sage. I honestly, if I would have seen it, I probably would have remembered it. But I saw the chicken kind, and I just got that. Panic. I was having a conversation with a guy who came to some shows. I forget his name, but he came to a few shows in a row. They were in town for comedy, and they came to Sunset a bunch. And I was telling him that I was going to make this because I'd planned to make this last night. But, my bag just cracked. Nice twice. So yeah, I planned to make this last night, and I told him that I like to make stuffing, and I was like, it's so good. And he's like, he's the only person in his family that likes it, and his grandmother passed away, and he doesn't know how to make it. I was like, man, I'm very lucky that I kind of preserved some of my grandmother's recipes. It's a very lucky thing. How funny is it? Like when girl roommates live together, their periods sync up, but when guy roommates live together, they hit their green tea at the same time. One person does it, and the other one's like, you know what? Me too. Sean Gardini says that him and his homies' diarrheas are synced up. Smash this chicken down here. We got a nice pile of little Crispies over here that's gonna be good for the gravy. Okay, that just gives flavor. That doesn't give burnt at all. That's what I want. That's good. It was a good move to drop the heat a little bit there towards the middle. That was smart. That was smart. I'm gonna go back in the skillet with these onions here. And that piece of chicken been sitting on the plate. We got about 7 minutes left on the stuffing, and then I'm gonna pull the aluminum foil off of it. And what time is it? It's probably around 3 o'clock, if I had to guess. All of my time pieces are occupied right now. And Kill Tony's at 8. We may just keep this stream going for a while and do like a little smoke and chat. Should probably plug a power source in too. There you go. And does this clip on this thing? Is that legal? Will that go there? Yep. And then this guy can just go boop right in there. Right. You want the caramelization goodness, that's right. In fact, I'm gonna bring them back to the middle of the pan where it's hottest. I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna cover this up. bitch. Oh. The weight is... Okay, well, let me put this somewhere else then. There we go. The weight was drooping the stick. I like the way the onions and the chicken smell when you pull that lid off of there, man. I want to leave the lid on it for a minute to kind of keep some of the moisture in the pan. Which will be good for the gravy I'm about to make. And also I kind of want to juicen up the chicken a little bit. I think putting the lid on it will kind of keep a little bit of the moisture in it because it's already charred enough. And I got a spoon for dipping gravy. Bruh, that wasn't directed at any of you, but if any of you enjoyed it, yeah. You know? Nice. This thing just doesn't hold up like it used to. Boy, don't I understand that. Anyway. Got about 1.5 minutes left on the timer. All right. That's my 20 minutes. So I'm going to pinch the corner of this aluminum foil. Pull it off of there. And let's give it another 5 minutes. Now, the onions are done, I'm sure. We got a lot of nice color on the bottom of the pan. I might have to do a little differently than I normally do. And yeah, that's actually good. It's teetering on that flavor of last time, but not quite. I need a big chunk of butter. Big heaping scoops of garlic bacon grease. That'll be enough. Whoops. Got it. So I'm getting like a, not exactly a burnt, but nice and flavorful. I'm just smashing these pieces of chicken here. Give me just a second. Let me get this.
gravy paste made and cooked down. I'm trying to get it cooked down to where there's no light color at all left in it. And that's where the broth comes in. Just get that ready. Okay. See, this is already a better color than the gravy the other night was, because the gravy the other night was like super dark chocolate. This is already a better color. And you can see in those little flakes that I'm getting a lot of this gunky stuff off the bottom of the pan that's not as harsh as the last time. I mean, it's cooked. It's at temperature. It's definitely at temperature. Okay. All right, gravy's looking like gravy, but we don't want it to look like gravy yet. For me, for my gravy, I want it, you see that wave pool? I want it to be about that consistency at this point in the process. And you guys know about how long it's been. It's probably, we've been doing the gravy for about I don't know, 5 minutes or so. So that at this point, you don't want it to be thick. You'll see it and be like, ooh, I made gravy. And then you'll taste it and be like, ugh, this isn't good. This is grainy. It's floury. You don't want that. You want to give it that. You see how it, now it's a little firmer than it was. Making gravy, especially scratch gravy, is all about eyeballing properly. So like, and I call this like your food has alarms in it that will go off. Like, okay, too runny, okay, too firm. So just keep an eye on those alarms. Like, see, this is like waving up over there. Whenever the gravy gets to the real consistency I want it to be, I'll be able to do that, and you'll be able to see the bottom of the skillet. So even the last time, I got the measurements right, the consistency was right, and my measurements are all eyeballed according to how much flour I want to make, gravy I want to make. So one of the other food alarms for gravy is that when I stop stirring, it's going to bubble. You see? It like immediately starts to bubble. So whenever the gravy gets to the point to where it's doing that while you're stirring, that's why it's also one of the most important things is to continue to stir the gravy. Not necessarily because you don't want it. Well, I mean, not just because you don't want it to burn. Of course you don't want it to burn, but also because that's like a measuring stick. If it starts to bubble consistently while you're doing, if it starts to bubble consistently while you're stirring it, then that means that the heat needs to come down, and you gradually lower the heat, like pretty much one digit at a time, until it doesn't do that anymore. I'm going to be honest. How much of this do I have left? It's thickening up a little more than I want it to right now, so I'm going to add a little bit more liquid. And that'll probably be all the liquid I need to add. Now I've still got the oven on because, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back in there and get the top. The temperature's good, but I just want the top to crisp up kind of nicely. So I'm gonna give that another 5. And when it gets down to about a minute and a half, I'm just gonna turn the broiler on. What the fuck? You know what they say, you can lead a horticulture. And yeah, this is going to be really good gravy, and I'm making a lot of it. So after I added that room temperature chicken broth, see, it's going to bubble up, but it's not. Well, I guess it's happening somewhat quick. In fact, I'm going to let it do its thing real fast. I'm going to stop the agitation process and let it cook some of itself out. Got a 2-minute warning here on this, so I'm going to start the broil process in the oven. Just put that sucker on broil for a second. Now you can see how when it cools off on top, it starts to become a different color. So when you stir it, it reincorporates all into one solid color. And I can feel it start to thicken up a little more. I got 30 seconds left on this. I'm going to let that do its thing and get ready to pull this out. Hot. Okay, there we go. Now we're looking like something. Now we're doing it. Now we're cooking with Crisco, as my grandma used to say. So you see it's bubbling now, even as I'm stirring. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dropping the heat to about 3.5. From 5 to 3.5. Which I guess if I were a real chef, I would say I'm dropping the heat from medium to about 1/3. And then after stirring this for a while, when we start to get the consistent bubbling, which should happen pretty quick because I'm not adding any more cool liquids, which is what dropped the temperature earlier, obviously. So now everything in here is pretty much, especially with this amount of vigorous stirring, everything is staying about the same temperature the whole time. And you can kind of, on a couple of those swipes, be able to see the bottom of the pan. By the way, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, guys. We're going to be doing more streaming later on tonight. Last night was supposed to be a streamathon, starting with our drive home, ending with a Skyrim stream with a cooking stream in the middle. But my drowsiness had other plans. Oh, you see that? I'm going to let it do its thing for a second. If you're looking, it ain't cooking. Is Ridley in there?
Yeah.
Tell him I said congrats on the monetization. Tell them to put all them videos, turn the monetization on all of them, make a playlist, and live stream that playlist and just let it loop to crank up watch hours and ad hours.
Doctors say take all the videos you upload, put them onto a playlist, and then auto live stream the playlist. To get like millions of views, so it boosts monetization. Yeah. But live stream your videos.
Yeah, like, yeah, just like use OBS to view the YouTube playlist as it's playing. Oh shit, Mana's up in here. Watch out, Mana. We out here doing the gravy right. That last gravy we made, we didn't do right by it, so we wanted to make up for that. You see that? That's a clean pan on the bottom there. You see that? I'm gonna let this bubble for a second. Go have myself a word from the sponsors. That wasn't directed at any of y'all. Ooh, that gravy looks good, dude. I'm just watching it on the stream here, bro. I'm just watching it on the stream, bro. Shit. That film, I like the little film we're on around the top. Hell yeah, Panic working on dinner. Plania. Rice over some chicken and onions. Hell yeah. Matt Polson, I am not against that. Gravy on cereal. Cereal is a breakfast food. Gravy goes on breakfast food. But just imagine a big heaping spoonful of gravy on top of some of that stuffing. If I ruled the world, imagine that. Imagine that, y'all. See, now we're getting to that film on the top is forming nicely. That means you've successfully made gravy out of ingredients, not just some packet that you buy from the food line or Walmart. We're getting there. You see what I mean now? It was difficult to get that swipe a minute ago, but now here we are. And we're getting it almost every time. That's another one of your food alarms, you see. You can get that swipe about every time from pretty much any point of the pan. It's not as much of a wave as it is like, not a liquid wave, more like mud at this point. Hell yeah, it's doing its thing now. Let's see if there's a crispy sound on top of this over here. You hear that? I'm gonna see if it I wonder if it needs to go back in there for a little longer. You know what? I'm actually gonna turn that fucking broil on one more time. I'm jealous. I want the crispy crisp of the crispiest crisps. Let's just give it 2 minutes. It's already been 2 minutes. Well, let's give it another 2. Actually, another 1.5 minutes. I don't want to burn the stuffing, but I definitely want it to have like a significant crunch on top. I'm gonna get that nice soft consistency from the inside. I want the top to have like a crunch even. All right, now I'm gonna bring the heat down to a little less than 1/4. Because this gravy is pretty much done and will thicken as it cools. It's too hot to eat right now, so when it gets down to edible temperature, it'll be perfect. And I'm just letting it slowly. I'm not shocking it by dropping the temperature immediately and pulling it off the heat. Okay. Now that might be a little bit more of what I'm looking for there. Y'all see the y'all see this now? It's nice and it's a little bit darker on top. Looks kind of like I remember it. But just broiling it for like 4 minutes at a time or something like that. Now you see that streak's not running back so quick. See, it's like I can almost push this to one like out of the way and it stays kind of. You see? Look how clean that pan is underneath it. So all of that stuff that was on cooked into the pan's in this gravy now, and I tasted it so it wasn't burnt. So I still stand by my gravy skills, even though the last one wasn't good. Now check this out. See the consistency of that? I'm gonna let it set, and then we're gonna do the scrape test and see if we can hear it. Having that conversation with that guy last night that came to the show kind of made me really grateful that I kind of picked up on a lot of my grandmother's way of cooking, because I was talking to Toe about this the other night. She was talking about how her and Aiko was in town, and her and Aiko are both broth babes, broth girls. Broth babies, and we came to the conclusion that you like the food that you grew up eating, and this is the kind of stuff I grew up eating. So I like this kind of food. I mean, look at that, guys. Kidding me? Look at that. I have a theory that this skillet could make gravy without me. take the heat all the way off. Now that the heat's gone from it, listen to this now. Hear that? That's what I wanted. So good. So that's the thing. The gravy is done. And like I'm crushing these big chunks. I usually don't do that. Now that I've done it and I can actually see the little pieces of chicken in there, I'm glad I did. Because it really disperses the flavor a lot better than just a big hunk of chicken thigh in there. So this gravy is going to be incorporated with a lot of the onion flavor as well, since we sauteed the onions in there. And I believe that we got enough juice now. Up, hang tight. Is audio back? Can you guys hear me? Somebody say that you can hear me. And because I think audio might have cut out a little bit while I was unplugging this thing. It's kind of throwing off the weight of the stand that's holding it. Somebody verify for me. Anybody?
Yeah, we really needed 2 tanks also.
Is there anybody? Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babe. I haven't even tasted this gravy yet, but I'm trusting it so much that I'm putting this chicken back in there. I'm not going to put all of it back in there. I'm so confident that it's good, I don't even have to worry about it. The gravy is good. The chicken stock gravy is good. Which, why wouldn't it be? You know? It ain't got no business not being good, you know what I'm saying? Which I believe now is a good time. We've got a bunch of paper plates. Let me use that.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
This is like a proper Thanksgiving fat plate. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. No drips. Hold on.
Well, just close that door on me.
Some jackass. Some jackasses who did that.
This game is fucking weird sometimes.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. Sometimes these games are LGBTQ as fuck, dude. Sometimes these games are LGBTQ AF. Blah. Yeah.